Good morning, first grade. Welcome back to the phonics classroom. We're going to start our phonics lesson today by listening for onset and rhyme. I'm going to say a word and then I'm going to tell you to take a sound off of that word, and I want you guys to tell me which word is left. Are you ready? Here we go. My first word is cough without k. Off. That's right. Now let's try soak without s. Oak. Very good. Next, let's try tape without t. Ape. Good. Let's try his without h. Is. Last one. Fill without f. Ill. Very good. All right, we're going to jump right into our worksheet and practice some of those letters and letter sounds that we've been learning over the last few weeks. So get those pencils ready and write the letter or letters that make these sounds. Here we go. For number 1, my letter sound is bull. Bull. And we learned yesterday that the syllable B-L-E makes the bull sound. Very good. For number 2, my letter sound is A. A. So we know that letter A can make the A sound, and A, consonant, sneaky E can make the A sound. Excellent. For number 3, my letter sound is S. And we're actually going to divide our line into 2 parts for this one. The beginning of a word, we can have letter S making the S sound. And at the end of a word, we can have S making the S sound if we're using that floss rule. Good. For number 4, our sound is W. W. Letter W makes the W sound. For number 5, our sound is O. And again, we're going to divide our line in 2 parts. Letter L can make O at the beginning of a word, and L can make O at the end of a word, if we're using that floss rule. For number 6, my letter sound is K. K. So again, I'm dividing my line into 2 parts. At the beginning of a word, K can make K, and C can make K. At the end of a word, K can make K, C can make K, CK can make K, and KE can make K. Very good. For number 7, my letter sound is V. V. Yes, letter V makes the V sound. For number 8, my letter sound is O. O. Letter O can make the O sound, and O, consonant, sneaky E can make the O sound. For number 9, my letter sound is U. U. We know that letter U can make the U sound, and U, consonant, sneaky E can make the U sound. Excellent! Let's move on down to numbers 10 and 11 and practice spelling some words. For number 10, we're going to spell the word 9. This is a number word with a sneaky E at the end. To spell the word 9, I'm writing N-I-N. 9. Excellent! For number 11, we're going to spell the word stable. Stable. This word uses that bull syllable we learned yesterday. So I'm writing stable. Stable. Very good. All right, friends, echo these words after me. Our first column is baffle, ruffle, stifle. What sound did you guys hear at the end of each of those words? Yes, we heard the full sound. So just like yesterday, we learned the bull sound is spelled B-L-E. Today, one of the sounds we're learning is F-L-E. All of these words end in F-L-E, the full sound. So we're coding them the way we code all of our stable final syllables. So I'm going to cross out this silent E at the end because it is not making a sound. So I'm drawing a line through each of my E's, and I drew a bracket before my final stable syllable. Excellent! Let's look at our next column of words. Repeat these after me. Dimple, apple, simple. What sound did you guys hear at the end of each of those words? Yes, we heard the pull sound. So just like F-L-E, P-L-E is making its own sound. It's making the pull sound. So I'm going to code it the exact same way by drawing a bracket before my P and crossing out my silent E. Very good. So far, we've learned F-L-E and P-L-E. Let's see how this last column ends. Repeat these after me. Bundle, cradle, fiddle. What sound did you hear at the end of those words? Yes, we heard the dull sound. So again, I'm drawing a bracket before my final stable syllable, and I'm crossing out my silent E. Very good. All right, friends, so I have written 3 special words up here on the board. This first word is scrambled. Does this word have a final stable syllable in it? Yes, it does. It has the bull syllable. Right here we see B-L-E. So I'm crossing out my silent E and putting a bracket before my B. But there is something else at the end of this word. What do you guys see? Yes, it is a D. So this word actually has a final stable syllable and a suffix. So I'm going to put a box around my ED suffix. Did you guys know that words can have final stable syllables and suffixes? They can be kind of tricky, so make sure you watch for that. Our next word is stables. Stables has the bull final stable syllable. So I'm going to put a bracket before my B, cross out my E, and what do you see at the end? Yes, the suffix S. So I'm drawing a box around my suffix. If I take S off of this word, what word am I left with? Stable, that's right. And stable is a real word, even without our suffix. When we add the suffix, it changes the meaning from one stable to more than one stable. Very good. Let's look at the last special word up here. This word is feelings. This word actually has 2 suffixes. Can you spot the 2 suffixes? Yes, one of them is I-N-G, and the other one is S. So I'm going to draw a box around both of my suffixes. If I take S off of this word, what word would I have? Feeling. What would happen if I took ing off of that word? I would be left with the word feel. Feel is its own word by itself. That's how I know that both of these are suffixes. Excellent! All right, friends, jumping back on into our worksheet. For number 12, I want you guys to write the syllable that makes the pull sound. Yes, it is P-L-E. Excellent! For number 13, I want you guys to write the syllable that makes the dull sound. Yes, it is DLE. And for number 14, we're going to write the syllable that makes the full sound. FLE. Those are the 3 final stable syllables that we learned today. Let's move on up here and practice spelling some words that use these final stable syllables. For number 15, we're going to spell the word apple. Apple ends in pull. So I'm writing pull to spell the word apple. Excellent. For number 16, we're spelling the word candle. Candle ends in dull. So I'm writing dull. Candle. Excellent. And for number 17, we're going to spell the word sniffle. Sniffle. So I'm going to first write full to spell the word sniffle. Very good. Let's practice coding some of these words together before you guys do some on your own. So for number 18, our word is staple. Does staple have a final stable syllable in it? Yes, it has PLE. So I'm drawing my bracket before letter P, and I'm crossing out my silent E. Very good. The only thing left to do to this word is code our vowel. If you remember from yesterday, we learned that a final stable syllable cannot act as a consonant coming after our vowel. It is not a door closing on the vowel. So that means that this A has no consonant after it. So it is making the long A sound. So I'm going to code it with the long symbol. Let's look at number 19. Our word is ruffle. Do you guys see a final stable syllable in the word ruffle? Yes, FLE. So again, I'm drawing my bracket before my F, crossing out my silent E, and now I need to code my vowel. Does the vowel U have a consonant after it? Yes, it has letter F after it. That means it's making the short sound. So I'm going to code it with the short symbol. Excellent. Let's do number 20 together. This word is needles. Needles. Does that word have a final stable syllable? Yes, DLE. So I'm drawing the bracket before my D, crossing out my silent E, and what do you guys spot at the end of this word? The suffix S. So I'm going to draw a box around my suffix. And now I need to code my vowels. This word has a vowel team, a digraph, E, E. Do you guys remember how to code the E, E digraph? We draw a line underneath, cross out our second E, because we only want to make one E sound, and we code our first E with the long symbol. Very good. All right, friends, I want you guys to try coding the rest of these words on your own, and then flip your paper over and try some reading comprehension practice by yourself, and I can't wait to see all of your great work. I'll see you tomorrow for another fabulous phonics lesson. Bye, guys.